Hello there, my Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your Path of True Love read for November 2019. If you are new to my channel, I am Mark Angelo Lyons, but your dad just calls me Mal. Yeah, Katya is my favorite. I can't help it if you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm so sorry. I am the president of Drawing the Circle Productions, professional witch, professional intuitive. I'm really, really happy to be doing this. I am a Leo rising, so I will do my best to keep my own my own shit out of this read. But, you know, I'm a Pisces moon and a Virgo sun, so what are the chances of that happening? Slim to none. But, you know, I do my best. And that's why I bless the decks beforehand. To my subscribers returning, thank you so much for your support. If you're new, please do like and subscribe, because I'm shooting for that 1,000 subscriber mark so I can do super live chat, because I have a Facebook group, the Words of Grace by Mark A. Lyons Facebook group. It's the second ebook that I wrote, Words of Grace. All of my info is in the box below. I do these grace streams, and so there's this chat back and forth and answering questions and stuff. So I'm good at it, so I really want to do it on super live chat. Cool. Let's get down to business. Almost done with explaining. I got to do this for the new people. The path of true love is your path. Every card that hits the table in this reading is about you. Yes, there may be other people indicated, but then there's some sort of mirror there of what they are trying to either help you heal or teach you how to heal within yourself. So whether this is twin flame soulmate, my definitions of twin flame soulmate and true lovers are a little radically different, and that's why there are links in the box to not just the videos I've done about clarifying it, but a wonderful video called Soul Contracts, Twin Flames and Soulmates Redefined by Matt Kahn, a brilliant spiritual teacher from the West Coast. I suggest you check him out too. So we are going to be talking Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine in this reading, but it's going to be your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine energy in relationship to each of them within yourself as well as to other people. And please keep in mind, and this is really important, this is a general read. You want a private read, you book me, and I will, you know, read you over Facebook Messenger or Skype or on the phone or something. So, you know, if this one doesn't resonate for you, there may be bits and pieces, right? There might be a piece here, a piece there. Maybe the whole thing resonates for you. But absolutely do check out your other signs. That's why I always do, at a minimum, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, and then I'll add, you know, Venus or Mercury or, you know, whatever, Mars, the personal planets. Anything outside of that, they tend to be generational. So, you get me? Is that it? Is that everything, my guides? Yeah, and breathe. Really important to breathe. That's like a big lesson that we have to learn on the path of true love just in life, is that you're going to breathe anyway, that your breath is your constant companion, right? When somebody dies, they don't inhale, they exhale. And when the baby is born, they don't exhale, they inhale, right? So that's the life force. That is who we truly are. That's unity consciousness, 5D, right? We are the breath. So every time you inhale, you're breathing in everything that you need on a spiritual, energetic level for that moment, for that breath. And every time you exhale, you're releasing whatever is ready to go that no longer serves. So, you know, you don't inhale all at once. You don't inhale everything all at once that you need, nor do you exhale or release everything that needs to go all at once. It's a gentle process. So please try and breathe consciously, deliberately. And I got to do it myself. So I may every now and again go, breathe. Like if I start going too fast with the energy, it's like I'm not integrating. I have to let it flow. But also if there's something tricky that does come up and the energy seizes, we'll deal with that too. Cool. Breathe. So we're going to be pulling 7 cards, one from 7 different decks, right? Creating a line of energy, a line of information to show you where you are on the path of true love, what's going on for November 2019. Shall we? We're going to start the read with Caroline Myss archetype deck. Caroline Myss is my favorite female spiritual teacher. Matt Kahn, currently, my favorite male one, right? Which is funny because in a way they sort of reverse each other in terms of divine masculine, divine feminine, but, you know, I fully respect them both. Never met either of them, just, you know, through Caroline Myss's work and Matt Kahn's work. So I do suggest checking them out. Because they're magnificent. They've helped me. They've pulled my shit out of the fire so many times, or kept me in the fire so that my shit turned to shinola. It's really an old reference. Alchemy. So will be the dominant energy, the archetype, the soul power, the contract within yourself that you came in to work on, alchemize from lead to gold, from shadow to light. So let's do this. The decks have been blessed. I really enjoyed it. Of course, it's Leo. By the way, I have Mars conjunct my Leo rising. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. Pisces sun, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, introvert, introvert, introvert. So thank God for that placement. I chose the right time to come in, and through the right mother as well. I love my mom. Let's do this. Here we go. Breathe. My collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card to represent the dominant archetype for this Leo rising sun. This Leo collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. What is the dominant archetype that they are dealing with within their self, within their own contracts for November 2019 on the path of true love? This one. Oh, the alchemist, right? Yay, alchemy. Alchemy. This is so cool because this really means you have the opportunity to take some lifelong lead and turn it into gold. But do keep in mind, and I'll read what's on the card. I'll get there. There's shadow and light on here. Attributes, we'll look at that. But lead has 3 more atoms than gold. Yes, I looked it up on the periodic table. Go figure, right? So something has to be given up, burned off, surrendered, transformed in order to take lead, something that you know if you got lead in your system, it's trouble. But if you get gold in your system, it's actually healing. Like, look into colloidal gold. It ain't cheap. But like colloidal silver, there's also colloidal gold, where lead... They really want me to go through all this. Okay, where lead is an insulator, right? If you've got a live wire, you coat it in lead so energy can't pass through it, right? Superman can't see through it with his X-ray vision, right? It's an insulator, but gold is a conductor. In your devices, your cell phones, your computers, your tablets, there are usually a very low grade, obviously not that expensive, not 24 karat gold, because they are brilliant, 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 brilliant conductors of energy. So if you find that that you're stuck in a place, you look at where is your ratio from lead to gold, right? Some things in life, just to kind of keep a bare minimum balance, you need to be like 50% lead, 50% gold. But the more you go to like 51% gold, 52% gold, and that's personal transformation, which is what the path of true love is all about. Path of true love is your spiritual path, your healing path, your life path, seen through the eyes of, or the lenses of, your relationships. At every relationship in your life, toxic, twin flame, satisfying soulmate, true love, parent, family, work, friends, even people you've never met who trigger the fuck out of you on TV and you know who they are. All of them are here to help you. They don't know it. They don't need to know it. You need to know it. And they don't have to heal. You need to heal. This is your journey. You want true love? If you're watching this vid, you're on the path of true love, right? So it's about becoming unconditional love, and they're all here to help you, and they don't know it, and that's okay. You know it. You take the lessons. You become unconditional love, right? So let's read this. I know there's a lot in this. I love alchemy. I love the language of spiritual alchemy. So the shadow attribute, the lead here that you will be dealing with in the shadow, misuse of the power and knowledge that comes through spiritual practice. Right? If you have a spiritual practice, chances are you do of some kind, like even if it's prayer. So what does it mean to misuse that power? Oh, dear God, Goddess, all that is, destroy them. Now, sometimes that is a blessing. Sometimes people need to be destroyed, devastated, but it's not their soul that gets destroyed or devastated. It's the ego. It's the blocks. It's whatever needs to come up, right? It can become very volcanic for them. But even that would still be the light side of this. This is really about kind of using your spiritual practices in ways that do not serve you, right? That do not serve you, do not serve others. Narcissistic use of spiritual, like I make me the best that I can ever be so they can all eat shit. That's not gonna work. It's just gonna add more lead to your account. So now let's look at the light, right? That's what you're shooting for. transformation of base motives, like base metals, and goals into golden wisdom. In other words, it's saying, okay, whatever I've been through, it's all been here to help me somehow. I don't have to like it. I don't have to agree necessarily that this is great. No, if your intuition is saying, this really sucks, but it's something that is necessary for your growth, your healing, your evolution, right? So you can become true love, a channel of grace, however language you want to play with that. Now, the alchemist actually belongs in two different archetypal families. It's rare that way. The mystic is similar. That it's in the wisdom family, but it's also in the divine family, right? So it's a lovely hybrid that way. So this is all about you on your spiritual path, right? On your wisdom path. Can you look at all of the hard, harsh, toxic experiences that you've been through, first of all, realizing you survived it. How do I know that? You're watching YouTube vids. So to give yourself that love of saying, talk to that child in your heart and say, well, look what you've lived through. And yeah, we're carrying stuff. Everybody does, but let's clean this stuff up, because as we heal ourselves, right? As we learn how to heal, love ourselves, we are healing the collective. That's fifth dimensional unity consciousness. All these people talking about 5D, 5D. Well, 5D is, I don't have to wait for shit to change out here for me to heal. As I heal, as I love and bless my heart, all hearts are loved and blessed. As I heal my emotional baggage, it lifts the emotional baggage in the collective. So huge service here. I am an alchemist. It's just, I'm not a chemist. There's a difference, right? So cool. That's what the collective angels, guides, and masters say. Like, they all get together, look down and say, yeah, that's what they need to deal with for this month and beyond. Time is fluid. So let's ask the angels specifically. My angels, please, one card in clarity. Please clarify. All the other cards are going to be clarifying this alchemist. So please, one card in clarity for this Leo collective. Breathe. Sun, moon rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. We've got the alchemist here, an incredibly powerful hybrid archetype of divinity and wisdom. Please, my angels, what say you for this Leo watching this? Okay, body care. Now, body care, of course, manicure, pedicure, facial, massage. We are Leos, aren't we? Especially Leo rising, meow. Thank you, Overtone, purple for brown. I'm 51. I know I don't look it. I'd have to tell you the secret, but we'd have to be dating. So, body care, not just in terms of the physical, but in terms of setting healthy, clear boundaries. Yes, to keep toxicity out, but if it gets over the castle wall, it's something for you to deal with, right? But more about really loving the body, right? Alchemizing your feelings about the body, right? Because, we're not the body. We were chosen as souls to incarnate in this body to do this work, right? So the spiritual path with body, it's so funny. The alchemist, a very, very high divine family and wisdom archetype, but dealing with body care. So maybe you're just sort of like, I don't know Leos like that. Usually Leos are kind of sort of grounded, but if they're not, this might be saying get grounded, right? Take care of your body. What are you eating? What are you drinking? Are you sleeping enough? The basics. Like, this is not rocket science, this card of body care. But certainly, if it's been a while since you've had physical touch, it's not work on it, but call it in. Right? Because this is indicated here. Let's see if any, like I said, path of true love, it's not all about sex and romance, but I'm getting a feeling with that body care that there may be some healing here for you to get you some physical touch, even if it's a legitimate, paid for, above board, honorable massage, right? Or something like that. But it does feel like there's something about physical touch here. I mean, the angel is literally hugging itself. Can't tell the gender because the wings covering up the cooch. All right, let's ask that. Now, this is the fun part. Now, my subscribers, you'll be familiar with this deck, the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. We're going to ask the goddesses for one card to represent your own divine feminine energy, and we'll use the mythic tarot for the gods to give you an insight into your masculine, your divine masculine energy. Because, you know, this thing of, oh, I'm a divine feminine waiting for my divine masculine. It's like you've got both. It's the yin and yang, darling. So balancing that within yourself is just key on the path of true love, because every relationship's gonna interact with both of them, but you may be predominant. Like I am predominantly divine feminine. If I had to, I mean, look at me. Meow. So let's do this. My goddesses. Oh, my maidens, my mothers, my crowns, I love you. My queens, I love you. Please, one card in clarity for this Leo collective. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love. For November 2019, please, a card to indicate, to point to address the divine feminine within this Leo. Oh! Ace of Blades, which would be the Ace of Swords. New thought coming in. New idea coming in. It's actually the Sibyl. Hold your water. The Sibyl, the Oracle of Delphi, right? So this could be channeling. I mean, that's a bit extreme. But we channel all the time. We just don't realize we're doing it. It's like, oh, what a great idea, right? It's you can spit it out, right? Comes down through the crown chakra, hits the third eye. Ooh, 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 ooh. Next chakra down, throat chakra, spit, swallow, or chew, right? Is it an idea that you're going to incarnate, that you're going to act on? You can chew on it for a while, or are you just like, no, not going to do it. Free will. So get that any divination system, tarot, oracle, what have you, runes, are only going to give you like GPS. They're only going to give you information. They're never going to tell you what to do. They're going to really strongly indicate, right? Just like on GPS, it tells you where you are. It shows you your global positioning, right? And, you know, even if you tell it where you want to go, it gives you a route, not the only one. Particularly, then you take into consideration the quantum variations, infinite variety. You know, go check out the Quantum Queen. I've been following her for a couple of months now. She's amazing. I think she's a Pisces, too. That's probably, I mean, she reads me dead on every single time. Of course, I watch and follow other readers on YouTube. They're very inspiring. It's not like I can do this work, take a break, and go watch the news and come back, right? I gotta keep myself uplifted, darling, uplifted, uplifted. So new information, new idea, but this one really feels like it's coming this way, not this way, right? This way is you're watching something. Well, even if the trigger of the information comes this way, it's still a download. So very, very cool. Yes, could be prophecy. I mean, the Oracle of Delphi was a prophetess inhaling ethylene gas through the crack in the wall. Do the research. She's tripping. She was tripping on that tripod. Trippin' Tripod. Great name for a band. Let's ask the gods. Now, please. My gods, one card in clarity. For the divine feminine, you know, that makes sense with the divine feminine. It's the radar dish. It's the receptive. So let's look at the active principle here within you. Sorry, I got a little meh going on in my throat. I'll just drink lots of water. My gods, please, one card in clarity. For this Leo collective sun, there you are, moon, rising, hi Apollo, Venus signs on the path of true love for November 2019. Please indicate what's going on with the divine masculine energy in this Leo who's watching this. All right, 6 of Wands, victory. You've got the golden fleece. But you know, Jason and the Argonauts, the golden fleece and all of that stuff, getting the fleece was halfway through, right? Well, this is a 6, not a 5, so a little extra. You still got to get that shit home, right? So there is a victory here for you, but it is that you're not all the way home. It's just a 6. So you really want to win. You really want victory on this. You really want to overcome. I mean, what they have to go through to get the golden fleece, it's a bit much. So you might want to read the myth. There might be some, so I love the Mythic Tarot. Been reading this deck for years. I didn't professionally for years and years and years because I found the Daughters of the Moon. I went to the Boston Conservatory of Music, Dance and Theatre in the 80s, I know. Oh, so much fun. Unfortunately, what I really studied was drugs and how to do them and how to deal with them and how to clean up after them, right? That's where I had a lot of spiritual awakenings. But that's how long I know this deck. I know this deck really well. So you might want to go, read the myth. Like if there's a movie, you can watch the movie, but, read the myth. Get that there may be some symbolism in there for your journey because it's definitely a journey. And what is the golden fleece, my golden Leos, right? What is that to you? Is it a relationship? Is it happiness? Is it self-worth? It could be anything, but it is something that is hard won. That is definitely dealing with the physical world, like body care. But the divine feminine kind of knows what to do, but it's not giving you the whole path. It's just giving you the seed. You plant the seed, you keep going. Fabulous. Now, this is where it can get a little dicey if it hasn't already. I don't know, this feels really good so far. The Chuck Spezzano Love Pack. Half of the deck is the suit of problems. The other half of the suit other half of the deck is 3 suits: the healing suit, the luck suit, and the grace suit. Oh, I want to wear a grace suit, or a luck suit, or a healing suit. Sorry, I'm having Calvin Klein flashbacks. Let's have a look here. We're going to ask the Ascended Masters, those who've already graduated Earth School, looking back, they're not just spirit guides. It's sort of like they got their PhDs. They got their master's degree. They reach down through the dimensional spiral, 5th dimension and above, down to us in the 3rd and 4th. I'm really more in the 5th nowadays, but what do I know? To help. So that's why I bless the deck for them. They're a lot of fun, and they're the most human of all my pantheons, right? They get it. They're like, I know. Path of True Love sucks every now and again, but it's all happening for you, not to you, right? And you signed up for it. You agreed. You could have offed yourself, but you're still here. I know, Elaine Stritch has just been like hovering with that song around me for, oh, well, yeah, considering what I've been through the past few weeks. I cut a crap load of people out of my life. Samhain, Mercury retrograde was on its way. I was like, let's beat the rush. I love this image. Archangel Michael Chainsaw. Just gone. Just the toxicity is gone. Toxic people are gone from my life at the mo. Let's see who comes in, right? So, with lots of help from the masters, when there was nothing left to do but crying, right? It's that time of year, let go. Mercury retrograde in Scorpio during Samhain tide. Samhain season, go check your Samhain read, Leos. It was a hot one. But it's always a hot one with you, isn't it? My masters, please, one card in clarity for this Leo collective. Breathe. Sun, moon, rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. Considering the collective is saying alchemist, the angels are talking about body care, the goddesses are talking about the divine feminine with the one of blades, receiving new information. The gods are talking about victory in the divine masculine energy here for the Leos. So, my masters, what say you for this Leo who's watching this? Orgasm. Clutch the pearls, wipe them off. How exciting. So yeah, we're definitely talking about something sexual at least, right? Well, with that body care, it's like I said, it's like there's this need. Do you want to touch? Do you want to touch? Do you want to touch me there? Where? Bad Reputation Nation, Joan Jett. So yeah, this is definitely, I was getting that feeling, but I didn't want to go there. You know, I'm a clairvoyant empath. I got intuition for fucking days. Don't bother lying to me. I will find out eventually, one way or the other. If I was to have a superhero archetype, it would be Wonder Woman. I'm the walking fucking lasso of truth. Flames of Hestia, burn your shit up, you liar, deceive me. So, you know, that thing, that there's a really strong truth here about orgasm, about there is some good sex happening to you, but it was hard won, you know? It's like, hard won. Beavis and Butthead flashback there for you. So keep going. Definitely keep going. This is worth it. It's just how you approach, right? Like, because the divine feminine is very much like, yeah, I gotta get my groove back. Maybe I never lost it, but let's clean that groove. It's a horrible thing to say it, Mark. And the divine masculine here is like, all right, we're doing this. 6 of Wands, like victory. We're doing this. Let's find out what your higher self has to say. The higher selves of all involved here. The higher selves of all involved. I guess my own included, being that I'm Leo rising. Please, one card in clarity. A Whisper of Love Oracle card for this Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising. Here you are. Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019, considering we've got the Alchemist Body Care, the Ace of Blades, the Six of Wands, and Orgasm. What you got for us here? Higher selves of all involved. Be willing to express love. Now, there you go. That with this divine masculine here with victory, right? Self-expression is yang. It's divine masculine. It's something that goes that way. Divine feminine is what goes this way, right? So you're incepting new information. So to help to get this victory, you have to be willing. Throat chakra, willpower, choice, decision. Right? Didn't I say? It's like it's so funny how they do this through me. Spit it out, swallow it, which means to incarnate, or chew on it. It's okay to chew on stuff. It's okay. That's your decision-making process, back and forth, back and forth. And sometimes that's about, do I speak up, right? So we can use the same imagery, spit, swallow, and chew. I know it's a little sexual. I think you're okay with it. You're a Leo. That, you know, it's like you have this thing you want to say. Do you spit it out? Do you swallow it, which then means repress it instead of take the idea and incarnate it? Or do you chew on it, which is a healthy thing if you're not sure, but eternal chewing is not great, right? It's going to lose its flavor in your mouth. You're going to miss the opportunity, but that's okay. The gods will always send you another one when you're ready, and, you know, it's always a litmus test. It's with the gods, the masters, it's never a pass-fail. It's litmus, right? Like, where are you? What's the litmus? Your acidic, alkaline, your lead to gold ratio. Be willing to express love. When we express love, we begin to receive more love, right? So isn't that just like infecting the quantum field, or if you like, blessing the quantum field, right? Even if it's expressing love to yourself, to that child in your heart. Now, in a way, I just had a spiritual counseling client come to the house yesterday. It was very moving, very, very powerful session, and I'm totally confidential with my clients. Like, I don't mention their names, even off camera, right? But it was very much about seeing this dual child within the heart. The divine child, right? The seed of the higher self, the innocence within you, that godly, lovely angel within your heart. And then sort of like the wounded child, the ego child, like a cloud or a virus within that program. So to express love to that child, like I said earlier, it's like when I love my heart, all hearts are loved. When I heal my heart, all hearts are healed. When I bless my heart, all hearts are blessed. So what you can do, and maybe this is part of this Ace of Blades, it's like, oh, I gotta love myself, because if I don't love myself, how the hell am I gonna love anybody else? Can I get an amen? Can I get a so mote be? So mote be, right? So, all right, I'm choosing. I am willing. I love you. I love you. You're doing a great job. Wow, you made that food so deliciously. You just look so amazing today. Give yourself the compliments that you want from somebody else. Leo, I doubt you have a problem with that. But sometimes it doesn't feel authentic, right? So you can say, I love myself. Nothing happened. Well, think of it like a bank account. If your heart is working at a deficit, right? So you're in the red, it takes some deposits to get that up. So it's also, that's another way of saying that. It takes the subconscious a little while. It takes some time for it to accept self-love as normal. And we're not talking arrogance. We're certainly not talking narcissism. Narcissism is the exact opposite. Narcissism, what is that? Overt, covert, passive, active. There are many different types of narcissists. It's like they're breeding like toxic rabbits. It's the opposite of that. It's not feeling like shit. It's feeling that you are shit. It's this lack of self-worth, this self-loathing and self-condemnation that you put on this mask, which, you know, Leos can be very good at. And I'm a Leo rising. That's why I had to do this work. Otherwise, I was going to be the most toxic fucking narcissist on planet Earth. No. Sex, drugs, rock and roll would have taken me out of the game. Like, there's a quantum version of Mal that's just died in the 80s or the 90s, right? Or got killed for a sexual indiscretion, I'm sure. Or, you know, HIV AIDS back then. You know, we didn't have PrEP in the 80s and 90s. So, you know, that's the thing. It's like you compliment yourself, but in a healthy way, like you're talking to that child inside of you. It's like, you are so sweet. You are so cute. You're really doing your best. I love you. I love you. And as that bank account gets higher and higher and higher, you will go into the black rather than the red. And you will feel it. And that's giving yourself the love that you need here. And then you can express love to others authentically with no hook in it. I love you with a question mark. Isn't that a hook? I love you. No. I love you. I love you. All right, so those are our 6, all going back to that alchemist. This is all about alchemy, but we're even talking sexual alchemy here. That's Tantra. That's embracing the shadow in a really, really kind of fun way. Well, not so fun so much if you don't know what you're doing. But we are going to end this reading, this spread, with a new oracle, the Journey of Love Oracle, by Alana Fairchild Rassouli, who I believe is the artist, and Richard Cohn. So it's the author, the artist, and the poet. Now, this deck is new to me. I picked it up in Saratoga when I was visiting my family a couple of weeks ago, and I just fell in love with it. Every time I've pulled a card for anything personally for myself, and obviously in these reads, I only started introducing them with the True Love Collective read that I did a couple of days ago, and the previous signs. Every time I read it, it's just like, oh my god, it's like so fucking dead on accurate and beautiful. It really speaks to the heart. It even bypasses the mind to an extent, which that's a good oracle. Oracle of Delphi. So we started with the collective pantheons. We're going to end with the collective pantheons. Here we go. Breathe. I love you. I love you. I love you. My collective pantheons of angels, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. Please, one card in clarity. A Journey of Love card to tie this all together, considering the collective pantheons are saying the alchemist. The angels are talking about body care. The gods are talking about the divine feminine being receptive to downloading a new thought. The gods are talking about the divine masculine with some sort of victory here with the golden fleece being obtained, but not all the way home. The masters are talking about orgasm, and that just feels like more than just a quickie. That feels like something spiritual. And yes, you can have a spiritual orgasm. I mean, really, look into Western Tantra. Tantra in the West has become, well, not the original, everything grows and evolves, but I think there's some distortions in there. But there are some people that are really addressing it as something more than spiritual sex. It's really about embodying unity consciousness, right? And then unity through sex and an orgasm. The higher selves are saying being willing to express love. So if you're waiting, you gotta at least at best love that heart within you. So my collective pantheons, one card to clarify and put a period on the end of this sentence for this Leo collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love for November 2019. Here you are. Heart fire. HEARTFIRE fire. Interesting. Oh, and it's the first card. You got the number 1. Yeah, the first card. You're number 1. So is everybody else. We're all the one. This is a really good one. This is the first one I read, obviously. I tried to read it cover to cover, and the guys were like, just use it. Just use it. You'll learn it as you go. So it starts with a description, gives you an oracular meaning, and then a poem, right? So here we go. Passion is igniting within you. No shock. It is not a time when things will remain still, even if the change is only sensed as a subtle stirring underneath the surface of things. Even if slow at first, passion will unfold from within your heart, soon to be burning bright like a sun, unrestrained. You are learning how to ride the waves of passion. Rolling with the homies. Through eruptions of heat and descent into coolness, bearing the absence of fire, only to realize it is returning to you again. Ride its waves, knowing that passionate bliss will always return to a heart that is on fire with love for life. Be willing to express love. The coolness allows us to experience the heat. Once you realize that the fire emerging from within you will ebb and flow, you will trust its presence. If you realize that whether your you will realize that whether your passionate fire is obvious, drawing you into life, or dwelling quietly within you, gaining power from the deepest sources of your being, soon to rise once more, it is a constant in your heart. Accept the fire of your heart and know that this is how you are meant to be, on fire with love for all that is. And that's the true love part of it. That's the unity consciousness, unconditional love, call it whatever you want. So this is an initiation, right? Initiate doesn't mean, you know, dropping Bing cherries into martini glasses, frat boy, sorority girl, right? The initiation means to begin, to initiate. So now here's the oracular meaning. This oracle brings a message for you. Trust the passion and the fire of your heart to guide your decisions now. So people will say, follow your heart, follow your heart, follow your heart. That means follow the dictates, not... homicidal maniacs follow their heart and kill people, right? It's like, no. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about follow the truth, the soul, the fire of the heart. What would make you feel most alive? Choose that. If you're feeling a lack of genuine passion in your life, take comfort that it is awakening in your own heart now, month of November, bringing something that has been long in rest back to life. Back to reality. Cool, got it? We're going here. This is an initiation of something that comes and goes and comes and goes, because that's the cycle of it, right? Renewal, erosion, right? Here's the poem, and actually someone made a comment, I think, on the Cancerian one, or one of the reads that I did integrating this, that it actually made them burst into tears, right? It made them cry, open their heart. So here we go. Life unfolds in wondrous ways, and time together fills the days with unexpected gifts beyond our wildest dreams, like open hearts as feelings start to face the longing when we part. Our souls know this is more than what it seems. In gratitude, I offer prayer, with thanks for this love so rare, asking guidance on this sweet sojourn. The answers come in tears that flow, emotions raw, and smiles that show. Becoming one is worth the wait until I can return. Not going to cry on camera wearing eyeliner and mascara for you. You understand what I mean, Leo? No one should be shiny, and you should be able to see their eyelashes on YouTube. Holy crap, holy, let's put this together, all right? So the dominant energy here, the alchemist, you're turning the lead from gold, but this is all spiritual practice. Really look into Tantra, look into embracing the shadow. It's tricky shit, but look into Matt Convid's, right? He's great. Love what rises, the love revolution. Be the revolutionary, be a revolutionary alchemist, to love what rises within you, to use your spiritual practice, move it into the gold, transformation of base motives like sex, right? I want to get done. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to get done for a very long time, right? Take that, and you're going to transform that transform those motives and goals into golden wisdom. In other words, that sacred sexuality isn't boring. Trust me. I mean, the narcissist that I cut out of my life, covert narcissist, it took me 20 years to fucking catch on. If they're overt, I can spot them like that. I'm like, you gonna come for me? Don't. I will banish you into a lower dimension. But the sex was amazing for me. Him too, poor son of a bitch. So we're dealing with that with body care, and that clicks right in with this sort of sexual theme we've got going on here. So we've got the alchemist with body care. It's like, it's time for you to get touched, but you know, with boundaries, healthy, Leo. You know, no Me Too moments. That's done and gone. But you know, the divine feminine is like, ooh, daddy. Ooh, and the divine masculine is like, yeah, let's do this. That's really, they're ready to rock and roll. So as they're in more, so if you think like the divine feminine, the heart, the divine feminine, the mind, it's like, and the will, the choice, it's all in alignment here for what? For orgasm. And this ain't just like genital sneeze, right? It's like like 15 minutes later you want it again. This is like, oh, not only did the earth move under my feet, I felt the sky tumbling down. And but you know, you got to be willing to express love, right? That it is an expression of love, expression of divine love. Even if it's not an expression of commitment, it can still be a very loving thing. But you know, just to read this, when we express love, we begin to receive more love. And if you're, you know, Leo, you're fire sign, you're gonna want to express love through sexuality in some way, shape, or form. But know that with that heart fire, right, it's gonna renew, and then it's gonna erode. It's going to erode. Renewal, erosion, waxing, waning, but that it is part of the flow of the heart fire, for passion, for feeling alive, passion for life. Like this is, I maybe because of that ace, there's a little touch of a reboot here for you, a new opportunity, a new communication sort of sparks all of this stuff. But in the end, it's all on the path of true love. So it's not like I'm giving you permission to do that. I feel like it's you giving you permission to do this in a healthy way and that it serves. So keep an eye. You know, there are no court cards in this, so which I like about that. And yes, I could say, well, you know, it's an air sign, you know, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's fine. Oh, Six of Wands, that's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe not. Like, this is really more about you on your path. So have at it. Have some fun, but do it honorably. Come clean. Come truthful. Like, don't deceive people. And if you are attracted to somebody, you might have to get rejected a little bit here and there. But that's why the divine feminine is like, well, I like this idea. Let's see how it goes. And it feels like your divine masculine is look, if I got to jump through some hurdles to get there, it's all happening for me. I'm going to use it to heal, to learn, to grow, and be the best that I can be, and have some of the best sex I've ever had in my life. Cool. I'm really glad I'm Leo rising after this read, although I always am glad I'm Leo rising. So, to the newbies, please do like and subscribe, right? Go check the description box below. I got a lot of good stuff on there. Oh, I even put the Path of True Love classes. I did 5 classes in a workshop series called The Path of True Love. It's me with short hair and glasses, I think. Yeah, 2 years ago. So go check those out. They're on Vimeo on demand. There's a lot of info here for you, particularly for you, Leos, considering what's going on here. Cool. And may the Leo Collective be blessed with all that it needs to learn, to heal, to grow, to love, to have the best sex of its life, alchemizing as it goes with that heart fire. That makes sense, for the well-being of all. Again, thank you so much for watching. Wishing you the very best and the very, very blessed of November 2019 on the Path of True Love. But for now, hail, farewell, and blessed be.